Our next guests need no introduction, but we'll give it a go anyway here. Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir have been skating together since 1997. Since then, they've become the most decorated figure skaters in Canadian history. 6 Canadian national championships, 2 world figure skating championships, a couple of silver medals in Sochi, and of course, a gold medal on home turf in Vancouver at the 2010 Olympics. What a thrill for young, aspiring skaters in our region. The pair are at Dartmouth Sportsplex today hosting a Lind on Ice masterclass for local figure skaters. The event's going to include on-ice instruction and off-ice conversation, which is what we're going to have right now, some off-ice live conversation with Tessa and Scott. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having us. We always love stopping by.
I saw the fist bump before we came up here.
Yeah.
Teamwork fist bump, right?
In unison for this interview.
Excellent. So, welcome back to the show. Jill Chappell, away on maternity leave, interviewed you guys during Stars on Ice. I'm going to say good morning to Jill.
Good morning.
Hope I do my best here with the figure skating interview. How's the summer of 2015 going?
It's been great.
Yeah, it's been pretty busy.
Yeah.
You know, like true Tessa and Scott style, we're finding our way into ice rinks, but you know, we're enjoying a little bit of a calmer summer compared to what was 18 years of training all summer long. So.
Yeah, exactly. I noticed on your Twitter feed yesterday, it's like London, Halifax, you're going overseas, and you're going to Saskatchewan.
Yeah, it's a little bit overwhelming. We're really gathering up our Aeroplan miles right now, but it's good. We're happy to be on the ice a little bit and also finding time to say yes to new adventures and new opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. So today you're in Dartmouth at the Sportsplex. We've got some vids of you guys on ice at previous Lint Masterclass events. Yeah. What can young people expect today from the event?
Well, it's a great event because it's just going to be fun. We're just going to try and encourage young skaters. It's the beginning of their summer training season, so we're just trying to motivate them. And the Lint Masterclass Clinic is perfect for that because we're just going to have fun. We're going to give them some tips that Tessa and I used our whole career and still use today, and hopefully we kind of fire them up a little bit for the summer.
What's one tip you would give them, Tessa, over your career that you've learned so far?
Well, something that we were really thrilled that Lint incorporated into these clinics was an off-ice chat. Yeah. So we love sitting down with the kids, taking some Q&A, but also just talking through our story, because I think from the outside it can seem sort of glamorous and ideal, but it's far from that. And if there's one thing that they can walk away with, it's that we're humans and we have setbacks and failures and we have doubts. And, you know, we sort of just try and remind kids that if you're passionate about it and you love what you do, just chase after that dream and don't let anyone stop you.
When you guys started, you were, I think, 7 and you were 9.
Yeah.
And you guys became a pair. And there's going to be probably 7 and 9-year-olds this morning at Dartmouth Sportsplex figure skating too. Were there guys or skaters that you guys looked up to when you were that age, like skaters today will look up to you? For
sure. I mean, we're lucky to come from such a rich history in Canadian figure skating and Canadian ice dance. So we always talk about watching Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kratz, and I mean, Shaylin was from the Chatham area, which isn't very far from where we're from in Ontario. So always watch them, and it is kind of weird to look at these kids and kind of, it's not creepy, but you look at them and be like, wow, I already knew Tessa then. We were already skating together 17 years ago.
Yeah, and kids say the darndest things too. I know some questions you've gotten are kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, but it's just so interesting to see what they're curious about, whether it's a favorite program or a costume, or also the mental side of things. We talk a lot about nerves and how we handle the pressure and sort of how we come together to be a team and communicate in order to effectively, you know, perform our best. But it's really interesting. We just love chatting with them.
We had Kurt Browning on the show when the Stars on Ice was here, and he said before he won the Worlds here in Halifax, he went into the arena a couple nights before and sat at center ice and kind of visualized what it would be like to win. Yeah. That was his kind of pre-game ritual. Did you guys have something similar to that, or anything you guys did before big moments?
Well, we always talk about being in Vancouver and just feeling like the venue was ours. And I remember the first time we walked into that, we'd been in the Pacific National Coliseum many times before, and it didn't feel like it did when we walked into that in February 2010. And just seeing the colors, we knew it was our rink. So we kind of had a similar moment, and I think that a lot of that has to do with the training going in, but just believing that you know what's going to happen in that venue, I think is kind of what Kurt's talking about.
Yeah, we're showing some pictures of 2010 now. I know, Tessa, you said a few minutes ago it feels like a long time ago. Right?
Yeah, we're babies. It just seems like, you know, a lifetime ago. Yeah. And yet I can remember those feelings, you know, so clearly.
What's with those sideburns?
We always make fun of this picture. I'm not sure what I'm doing like that. Thumbs up. I know,
it's the Don Cherry, right? Yeah. Thumbs up to Canada. Listen, you guys have accomplished so much and done so much in your careers and still only young, early to mid-20s. What's next for Tessa and Scott?
That is a great question. Do you have any ideas?
We'd like to know the answer live.
We're trying to figure that out right now. Yeah. This has been the year of saying yes and doing things that scared us and sort of finding new challenges outside of the world of skating, and that's been really thrilling. But we miss competing, and I think we'll always have that fire. We're competitive people, but we just have to figure out whether that translates into, you know, are we ready to make the sacrifice and sort of come back and compete for another couple of years?
Go ahead.
The hype of the Pan Am Games isn't helping that.
I know.
I was thinking that as I was doing the sports this morning. You guys must kind of feel that energy.
Oh, we're just so excited.
Before we get out of here, I want to ask a question, too. If I was at the Q&A today, I would ask what type of chocolate each other would be.
Oh my
You
gosh.
guys know each other. So, Scott, what type of chocolate would Tessa be, and Tessa vice versa?
That's
You're
really
gonna get out of here in 30
tough.
seconds. So.
Well, Tessa would be the Excellence dark caramel with sea salt because everybody loves it, first of all.
Okay.
And it's just a classic, you know, simple classic.
Excellent.
Thanks. Does Lind have anything with Pop Rocks in it?
It's the Lind on Ice Masterclass with Tessa and Scott. Dartmouth Sports Flex. It's today from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Tessa Virtue, Scott Moir, a pleasure.
Thank you very much.